Just the other night, Stephen, we were out in Hollywood working late, 9:30 at night. Most of the cast, like 95% of the cast was working. And we all got together and went to dinner.
Mark Harmon, the actor who defined NCIS with his role as Leroy Jethro Gibbs, is now facing a reality more intense than any on-screen plot. A troubling incident involving his dog biting a crew member and the reported clashes with co-star Paulie Perrette have resurfaced in the worst way. What has come to light that could lead to a goodbye forever? Let's get into the details. NCIS, a cultural icon. Think about TV shows that have really changed the way we watch TV. NCIS is definitely one of them, right? Since its first episode on September 23, 2003, it has become more than just a show. It's a cultural icon that has made a huge impact on television. Over the years, NCIS has been one of the top-rated dramas, not just in the US, but worldwide. Its mix of crime-solving and character-driven stories has kept audiences hooked. Can you imagine TV without the fun and drama of the NCIS team? It's hard to picture, isn't it? The show's success proves that procedural dramas can not only survive, but thrive, even when audiences often favor serialized stories with complex plots. Let's talk numbers for a moment. In 2022, NCIS even outperformed big hits like Ozark and Disney's animated film Encanto in viewership. Surprising, right? This proves that traditional TV dramas still have a place in a world dominated by streaming services. NCIS stands as a reminder that sometimes viewers crave the familiar comfort of a well-made crime show. Now, at 73, Mark Harmon is ready to share his side of a story that's been on everyone's mind for years. Who is this mysterious her, and what caused such deep resentment? Stay with us until the end, because Mark Harmon's confession will reveal the truth behind one of Hollywood's most surprising feuds. But first, let's not overlook the legacy of NCIS. This show didn't just captivate American audiences, it gave rise to multiple spin-offs, expanding its reach far beyond the US. Have you noticed how NCIS has become a favorite in places like France and Australia? Its international popularity has solidified it as a global brand, and one of the most recognized exports of American television. There's a sense of pride in seeing a show break cultural barriers, isn't there? So, what drives this incredible success? NCIS has perfected the balance of high-stakes drama, light-hearted humor, and a strong sense of family. This combination strikes a chord with viewers, making them feel connected to the characters as though they are part of the team. It's that mix of suspense and genuine camaraderie that keeps fans tuning in week after week. Who doesn't love a blend of intense investigation paired with moments of laughter? And let's talk about the ratings. NCIS has consistently been a top 5 show since Season 6 and claimed the title of the most popular scripted TV show starting from Season 7. Amazing, right? The show's steady success shows just how well it knows how to keep audiences hooked. NCIS has become a staple of CBS's programming lineup. The network knows how to keep viewers hooked. Much credit goes to the talented writers. They've created compelling characters and storylines that draw audiences in and keep them invested. One insider shared, "You've got to give so much credit to the writers. They wrote real people." Isn't that the secret to any great show? Focusing on character development allows viewers to form emotional connections with the team, making them eager to tune in week after week. The cast plays a huge role in the show's popularity. Their chemistry is undeniable, making the characters feel like family. Mark Harmon, especially with his portrayal of Leroy Jethro Gibbs, has become a television icon. When you think of strong, no-nonsense leaders on TV, Gibbs is always at the top of the list. One impressive thing about NCIS is how it adapts to new cast members while keeping its core appeal. Remember when Cote de Pablo left? Fans felt it like a shockwave. Yet, the show found a way to move forward, evolving without losing its essence. That kind of flexibility is key to keeping audiences engaged, even as familiar faces change over time. But NCIS is more than just ratings and cast changes. It has sparked a devoted fan base that loves to dive deep into character arcs, theories, and behind-the-scenes details. Isn't it amazing how a show can inspire such loyalty? This level of engagement has made NCIS a cultural staple, ensuring it stays relevant in an ever-changing TV landscape. So, looking at the legacy of NCIS, you can't help but wonder, what's next for this iconic series? Will it keep evolving and changing, or stick to the formula that works? No matter what comes next, NCIS has already cemented its place in television history. Its impact will be felt for many years to come. What a journey it's been! And just when you thought you knew all there was about Mark Harmon, he's now revealing his true feelings about someone he couldn't stand. Why did it take 73 years for this to come out? The details are shocking, so stick around to hear the full story. Mark Harmon's reign as Leroy Jethro Gibbs. Mark Harmon's portrayal of Leroy Jethro Gibbs goes beyond a role in a long-running show. It's a milestone in television that reshaped how audiences view crime dramas. Gibbs is the perfect mix of toughness and sensitivity, a hard shell with layers of vulnerability underneath. From his first scene in NCIS, viewers were captivated by his powerful presence and the depth Harmon brought to the role. It's no surprise that Gibbs became a beloved character not just in the US, but around the world. Have you ever thought about what makes a character feel so real, so relatable? With Gibbs, it's more than just being a fictional agent. He's a layered person facing his past, showing that procedural dramas can go deeper than simple archetypes. Gibbs's impact on procedural dramas has been deep and widespread. Before him, many main characters in crime shows fit common stereotypes: tough cops, moody detectives, and quick-witted sidekicks. But Gibbs brought something new by mixing strength, wisdom, and vulnerability. This unique blend inspired many other shows to create more layered characters. It let them develop and evolve, keeping audiences hooked. Think about it. How many shows have tried to capture that magic? Harmon's portrayal of Gibbs proved that procedural dramas could not only survive, but thrive, even when viewers were shifting to serialized storytelling with long, complex storylines. Isn't it interesting how one character can change an entire genre? Now, let's look at Harmon's approach to acting, which was truly groundbreaking. He didn't just play Gibbs, he fully embodied the character, drawing from his own life and observations. The small details, like the famous head slap or that intense, unwavering stare, weren't just for show. They were intentional, making Gibbs both relatable and formidable. Have you ever seen a look like that? You can almost feel it, can't you? Harmon's dedication went beyond just acting. He saw the potential for Gibbs to develop over time, adding depth to the character in every season. Harmon's vision allowed Gibbs to grow in ways that kept fans intrigued. Viewers didn't just see a detective solving cases. They watched a man evolve, face loss, and battle his inner struggles. Who doesn't love a character arc that pulls you back in every time? Behind the scenes, Harmon brought more than just acting talent. He was a mentor and leader on set. Many cast members have shared how Harmon's steady presence shaped the NCIS environment. It takes a special kind of person to create a space where every character can shine, doesn't it? Harmon's influence built real chemistry among the cast, leading to on-screen moments that felt genuine and heartfelt. This bond among the actors drew audiences in, making them feel like part of the NCIS family. Can you remember scenes where that connection was so strong it almost jumped off the screen? That's the magic that kept NCIS at the top of the ratings. Even after leaving as a series regular, Harmon stayed loyal to NCIS. His role as an executive producer and narrator for NCIS Origins shows his continued commitment to the franchise and the character he brought to life. It's like seeing a beloved book get a sequel. You're excited to see where the story goes, while holding on to what made it great. As NCIS grows and new stories unfold, Gibbs remains at the heart of it all. You might wonder, how does one character leave such a lasting mark on an entire franchise? The answer lies in Harmon's dedication and the depth he brought to Gibbs. Mark Harmon's portrayal of Leroy Jethro Gibbs isn't just a part of TV history. It's a legacy that still shapes procedural dramas today. He showed that a lead character could be both strong and vulnerable, proving that even in crime shows, character growth is essential. How fortunate are we to have seen such a character on screen? His work not only secures his place in the hearts of viewers, but sets a high bar for future TV dramas. It encourages writers and actors to dig deeper into their characters. So, the next time you watch a procedural drama, take a moment to appreciate the trailblazing influence of Gibbs and the brilliance of Mark Harmon. Isn't it amazing how one character can affect an entire genre and inspire storytelling for years? Abby Ciuto, Paulie Perrette's iconic character. Paulie Perrette's portrayal of Abby Ciuto on NCIS is more than just an acting role. It's part of television history that has touched fans worldwide. She brought Abby to life with a mix of intelligence, quirkiness, and undeniable charm. It's no surprise that Abby became a standout character in a long-running series. Abby's impact goes beyond just entertainment. Her character started conversations about stereotypes, representation, and identity. She broke the typical mold of what a forensic scientist looked like. Have you ever thought about how often we see the same overused character types on screen? Abby Ciuto was designed to change that. The credit for creating such an original character goes to Don Belisario, the show's creator, who aimed to challenge stereotypes and redefine what viewers expected. Don Belisario, the show's creator, didn't make Abby the typical goth character often seen as a troubled soul or rebellious misfit. Instead, he shaped her as someone smart, accomplished, and refreshingly well-adjusted. When Paulie Perrette took on the role, she did more than act. She brought Abby to life. Who can forget Abby striding around the lab in her pigtails and black clothes, completely confident and unfazed by judgment? This portrayal resonated with viewers, especially young women who saw in Abby a symbol of confidence and skill in a male-dominated field. Abby had many unforgettable moments that cemented her as a fan favorite on NCIS. One standout was in Season 3's Frame Up, where Abby's forensic talent saves Tony DiNozzo from being wrongly accused of murder. What a thrilling twist that showed not just her brilliance, but the team's strong bond. Or think about Bloodbath, where the team rallied to protect Abby from a stalker. This episode highlighted her vulnerability while showing the powerful support of her friends. In Enemy on the Hill, Abby finds out she was adopted and learns she has a brother. Imagine the emotional whirlwind of that revelation. And Hit and Run gave fans a look at Abby's childhood, revealing why she is who she is. These moments weren't just about her skill. They gave viewers a deeper understanding of Abby's personal life and her father-daughter-like connection with Gibbs. It's no wonder audiences fell in love with such a layered character. But Abby Ciuto's influence stretched far beyond solving fictional crimes. Abby Ciuto's impact reached beyond the screen, sparking what many call the Abby effect. This phenomenon has inspired countless young women to pursue careers in STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math. Isn't that amazing? Polly Perrette herself expressed pride, saying, "There are literally thousands of young women who have gone into math, science, and forensics because of the character I played." This shows how powerful positive representation in media can be. A single character can motivate an entire generation to chase their dreams. Abby also bridged generational gaps and challenged societal stereotypes. Her unique appearance, paired with her intelligence and kind heart, taught viewers to look beyond appearances and value people for who they are and what they bring to the table. Mark Harmon, known for his reserved nature, has kept his thoughts private for years. But now, he's finally opening up. What led to his strong feelings toward her, and why is he revealing them now? You won't want to miss this, as the reason behind his sentiment is surprising. The turning point, on-set incident and its fallout. Everything changed one day on the NCIS set. The atmosphere was usually filled with laughter, teamwork, and the lively energy of production. The actors were in good spirits, and the crew moved seamlessly, like a well-oiled machine. But in 2016, the positive vibe took a sudden turn due to an unexpected incident involving Mark Harmon's dog. It's surprising how something as simple as a pet could create so much tension, isn't it? It all began when Mark Harmon brought his dog to the NCIS set. At first, it seemed like a harmless and even sweet gesture. But things took a sudden turn when the dog bit a crew member, causing a serious injury that needed 15 stitches. The set was suddenly filled with worry and tension. Safety concerns and anxiety hung over everyone, changing the once welcoming atmosphere. The production team faced a big question: what to do next? Harmon, who was both the lead actor and an executive producer, continued bringing his dog to the set despite what had happened. This decision made many cast and crew members uneasy. Can you blame them? Who would feel comfortable working near a dog that had bitten someone? Here's where it gets tricky. Most people were too intimidated to bring up their concerns with Harmon. It's tough to approach someone so powerful about such an issue. But Polly Perrette, known for playing Abby Ciuto, chose to speak up. With her popularity and influence on the show, she had the voice to address it, but doing so was far from easy. Confronting Harmon about his dog took real courage for Perrette, and it marked the start of a rift that only grew over time. As tensions rose, the production team had to come up with creative solutions. They decided to schedule Harmon and Perrette on different days to keep them apart. Quite the challenge for a show like NCIS. Can you imagine trying to coordinate filming while making sure two main stars never crossed paths? This change affected the show's flow, and even loyal fans noticed. Gibbs and Abby, who once shared many heartfelt scenes, started appearing together less often. By the time Perrette's last episode came, the tension was obvious. Her emotional farewell to Gibbs was done through clever editing instead of them being in the same scene. It was a bittersweet sign of how their off-screen issues had spilled onto the show. But the drama didn't stop there. Perrette took to social media, posting cryptic messages that stirred up even more speculation. She mentioned multiple physical mistreatments and hinted at being silenced by a powerful machine. Can you imagine the buzz this caused among fans and media? Everyone tried to piece together the real story behind her exit. In the face of this growing storm, CBS stepped in. They confirmed that Perrette had come to them with a workplace issue over a year earlier. The network assured everyone that they had taken her concerns seriously and had been working with her to address them. Could any damage control truly fix the deep rift that had developed? The dog bite incident and its fallout show just how quickly relationships can shift in the high-stress world of television. Even on a beloved, long-running show like NCIS, maintaining a positive and safe work environment is a significant challenge. What can we learn from this story? It's a reminder that behind Hollywood's glamour, real people face real issues. Even strong friendships can be tested by unexpected situations. And isn't that something we can all relate to, whether in the TV industry or in everyday life? The unraveling relationship. It's always disheartening to hear about behind-the-scenes drama, especially on a show fans have loved for years. NCIS had an incredible 15-season run, captivating audiences with gripping storylines and unforgettable characters. But as time passed, the once warm atmosphere on set began to change, especially between Mark Harmon and Paulie Perrette. Initially, their on-screen chemistry was fantastic. Their characters, Gibbs and Abby, felt like family to viewers. But as the seasons went on, rumors of tension started to spread. A great professional relationship gradually turned into something more strained. Can you imagine what it's like when the dynamic on set shifts? It's like watching your favorite band break up. The real turning point, as some insiders recall, happened in 2016, with an incident that many fans might not know about. It was one of those moments that seemed innocent at first, but had unexpected consequences. Harmon's dog bit a crew member, resulting in an injury that required 15 stitches. Just think about that. A dog bite on set. Concerned for safety, Perrette confronted Harmon and asked him to reconsider bringing his dog to work. That conversation was the start of a rift between them that only grew over time. Reports say their relationship became so strained that they never shared the same space again after that incident. Isn't it surprising how one event can change everything? This fallout didn't just affect Harmon and Perrette. It had an impact on the entire cast and crew. While many of them maintained positive relationships with both stars, the tension created a complicated atmosphere. Some crew members reportedly felt uneasy, but were hesitant to speak up, knowing Harmon's position as both lead actor and executive producer. It's a tricky situation, right? Wanting a harmonious workplace but feeling the pressure of underlying conflicts is challenging. Despite this, the rest of the cast managed to push through without major issues. It speaks to the professionalism and dedication of the NCIS team that they continued to deliver quality entertainment despite the turmoil behind the scenes. The strained relationship between Harmon and Perrette had real consequences. It ultimately played a part in Perrette's decision to leave the show in 2018, marking the end of an era for NCIS. Fans were left to wonder about the true story behind the conflict that had quietly brewed for years. Stories like this remind us that behind the glamour of entertainment, things can be much more complex. Mark Harmon, after years of silence, has finally revealed his true feelings about someone he's harbored resentment toward for a long time. So, how did this affect Paulie Perrette? Stay with us, because you're about to find out. Perrette's exit, shocking revelations and aftermath. Paulie Perrette's departure from NCIS after 15 seasons as the beloved Abby Ciuto left fans stunned and full of questions. Her final episodes were emotional for both the actress and her devoted viewers. Let's explore the whirlwind of events surrounding her exit. It all led up to a powerful two-part farewell, climaxing in the intense episode titled 2 Steps Back. In these episodes, Abby is caught in a life-or-death situation. Just when it seems like she might not make it, there's hope. She survives. But then, in a twist no one expected, Abby announces her decision to leave NCIS. Shocking, right? Who could have seen that coming? In a deeply touching scene, Abby shares her plan to start a charity in honor of Clayton Reeves, who died saving her. It's more than just her leaving the show. It's about carrying on someone's legacy and finding new purpose after a tragedy. And who could forget that heart-wrenching moment between Abby and Gibbs? They silently exchanged "I love yous" in sign language, highlighting the father-daughter-like bond they had built over the years. It was a scene that tugged at the heartstrings of everyone watching. Isn't it interesting how such a heartfelt farewell could turn into something so complicated? After her departure, Pauley Perrette turned to social media, and things took a surprising turn. Her cryptic tweets hinted at serious issues behind her exit. Without mentioning anyone by name, she used phrases like multiple physical mistreatments and a machine that kept her silent. These tweets raised a lot of questions. Fans and the entertainment world were buzzing with speculation about what truly happened and her relationship with Mark Harmon. Who wouldn't be curious after hearing that? One particularly shocking tweet read, "I am terrified of Harmon and him attacking me. I have nightmares about it." Imagine the shockwave that sent through the NCIS fan base and the industry as a whole. It made everyone wonder, how much do we really know about what goes on behind the scenes in Hollywood? Perrette's posts brought up important discussions about workplace safety and the hidden power dynamics in the TV industry. In response, CBS released a statement. They acknowledged that Perrette had come to them with concerns over a year before she left the show. They said they took her concerns seriously and worked with her to find a solution. That's a significant move, showing the network did try to address her issues. But the question remains, was it enough? The entertainment world rallied behind Perrette, praising her courage for speaking out. It's powerful to see how her story sparked a bigger conversation about not only her experience, but also workplace safety in general. Discussions about power dynamics and safety in the industry are more important now than ever. Despite the drama and controversy surrounding her exit, Pauley Perrette hasn't cut ties completely with her NCIS family. Recently, she shared a sweet moment with former co-star Brian Dietzen, posting photos of their reunion on social media. Isn't it heartwarming to see that some friendships last, even through tough times? It shows that the bonds made on set can be strong and enduring. As time passes, questions remain about the future of NCIS and whether Perrette could return. CBS executives have mentioned being open to the idea, but Perrette? She's firm in her decision to never work with Mark Harmon again. In the end, Perrette's story is more than just one actress leaving a show. It's about the need for safe and respectful work environments in the entertainment industry. It's a difficult journey, but one that sparks important conversations about change. What do you think? Will this story lead to improvements in how Hollywood handles workplace safety? Or will it become just another forgotten headline? Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more.